something wild is going on with Matt Rife again. And this time, the internet is not letting it slide. He's caught in yet another controversy, and people are digging up everything: podcast clips, bad takes, old interviews, all to figure out why on earth E.L.F. Cosmetics thought it was smart to put him front and center in their latest campaign. But hold up, this isn't just random hate. There's context, and it's creepy, because before this beauty brand drama, Matt was already under fire for literally becoming the legal guardian of the haunted Annabelle doll. No, I'm not kidding. Let's rewind that for a second. Matt and his YouTuber friend Elton didn't just buy a few spooky trinkets, they took over the actual occult collection from Ed and Lorraine Warren, the same couple behind the Conjuring universe. They now legally oversee all of it, including Annabelle herself. And here's where things get dark. A paranormal investigator who had toured with the doll was later found dead. The police ruled out foul play, but fans? They were convinced it was the energy. Now imagine all that heat. And suddenly a comedian is the one in charge of a paranormal archive. People weren't just confused, they were genuinely freaked out. Matt said he wanted to open it up for public tours, and the internet collectively went, wait, what? Does this dude even understand what he's messing with? Some longtime viewers tried to defend him, saying he'd always dabbled in horror content, but for the most part, people were like, nah, this feels like a publicity stunt. And just when that story started to cool off, boom. He shows up in a makeup ad. And not just any brand, E.L.F, the one that prides itself on being affordable, inclusive, and empowering for women. The internet's reaction? Instant, explosive, unfiltered.
Has overpriced beauty hurt your wallet?
E.L.F. that!
Alfino and Schmarns have gone to E.L.F. Court for millions of clients, helping them to access beauty products they deserve at prices that won't injure their livelihoods.
Just ask the E.L.F.ing people.
I know a thing or two about red flags. In pricey makeup, you deserve better than that.
You may be entitled to benefits.
Let's get you those eyes, lips, funds.
Find out what your case and face are really worth.
Call us at 1-855-COLD-HARD-LASH.
That's 1-855-265-34.
273-2274.
How people gonna remember that?
Well, here's a number you can remember. $9.
Alfino and Schmarns, affordable beauty attorneys. We'll win the Alfino case for your eyes, lips, and face. Call 1-855-265-34.
Call me.
Second that ad hit the internet, it was like someone set off a digital firestorm. Suddenly, timelines were flooded, videos were stitched, and receipts were flying. Why? Because people started digging into Matt Rife's past, and let's just say they didn't like what they found. All it took was a few resurfaced podcast clips, the kind where Matt talks about women in a way that's not just tone deaf, it's full-blown ick, and the internet wasn't having it. Wait, this is the guy E.L.F. chose for their campaign? The reactions came in fast, furious, and unforgiving. It was a PR nightmare in real time, and Matt was at the center of the storm again.
Fuck the girl with massive. Yo, that's pretty close.
Yeah, it's like, what am I supposed to f you or thumb wrestle? Like, I don't know.
I mean, both, honestly.
I don't love a giant. I don't want to look down and feel like God left a tag on you. I just don't want your to look like the gum from Sausage Party. You know?
And that video gets even worse when you hear that he was seen.
That podcast wasn't just bad, it was brutal, especially when you realize he was actively dating Brooke Schofield at the time. So, he goes on a show, makes disgusting comments about women's bodies, and Brooke's sitting at home like, wait, is that how you feel about me? And it didn't stop there. People then remembered his Netflix special, where he opened with a domestic violence joke. Yeah, a DV joke. To open the show, the guy whose fan base came from flirty crowd-work clips and thirst-trap TikToks, suddenly this is his comedy? Fans were furious, especially women who once supported him. And now, he's the face of an E.L.F. campaign? People were tagging the brand nonstop. How could you choose him? What does he even have to do with makeup? The confusion was real. Matt doesn't do beauty tutorials. He's not part of the beauty industry. So why him? Viewers started tossing their E.L.F. products, posting videos calling it a betrayal. And honestly, I get the anger, especially since E.L.F. constantly promotes female empowerment. On their site, they're proud of their stats. 78% of their board is women. They talk about diversity, championing women's voices. So for them to pick this guy, it felt like a slap in the face. And then things got way more personal, because those disgusting podcast comments, he made them right after going on a date with Brooke Schofield, the woman he was actively seeing at the time. So while he's taking her out to dinner and talking sweet, the very next day he's on a mic making jokes about her body. That's not just messy, it's mean. And when fans realized this wasn't an isolated moment, that he'd also opened his Netflix special with a domestic violence joke, it was game over. He had built this heartthrob, flirty, good guy persona on TikTok, and suddenly it was unraveling in real time. People weren't just turned off. They were furious that this was the man E.L.F. picked to represent a brand that supposedly empowers women.
And I just want to say this is when I knew.
I was still actively seeing him at the time. In fact, we'd gone to dinner the night before. He was telling me all about how he was going on a podcast. I don't know if you guys recall. That was like the most. He's since had it wiped from the internet. I wish I could wipe it from my memory. First offense was Trevor asking what his type was. His answer was blondes with fake. Okay. He goes on to say that he is disgusted by outie vagina. Girls who have outie vagina because it looks like God left the tag on them. Now, I'm gonna give you guys the canceled exclusive here, but I, Brooke Schofield, have an outie vagina. Imagine me sitting there, my jaw on the floor. You guys thought that was disgusting. The public was like, oh my God, how horrible. Imagine how I felt. He literally just went on a podcast and was like, yeah, I'm repulsed by this bitch.
And that's when all eyes turned to E.L.F. People wanted answers. Why him? Does he even know what contour is? Since when does he do makeup? It wasn't just confusion, it felt like betrayal. E.L.F. constantly promotes female empowerment. They brag, rightfully, about being one of the few public companies with a 78% female board. They fund women's sports, they celebrate diversity, and now they've got Matt Rife, a guy best known for objectifying women on podcasts and making jokes about DV. As the face of their campaign, people weren't just canceling Matt. They were canceling E.L.F. too. TikToks popped up of people dumping their products. The number #boycott E.L.F. tag started trending, and the message was loud. You can't market empowerment and then hire someone who undermines it.
Trying to figure out how a straight white male who has literally nothing to do with makeup was the best choice for this horrible campaign. What was the thought process? What has Matt Rife got to do with makeup? Does he even do makeup? I'm so confused. E.L.F. could have literally chosen anyone else. When did he get into makeup? Because last time I checked, he wasn't in that industry. It just looks even worse because E.L.F. has made it a point to have it be known that they are a brand that is trying to empower women. On their website, they are constantly bragging about their efforts, talking about empowering legendary females. We're changing the E.L.F. board, talking about our board of directors are 78% women, 44% diverse. We are one of only 2 companies out of approximately 4,000 publicly traded US companies who can say that. What the E.L.F.?
Oh, E.L.F. Cosmetics hired Matt Rife for an ad campaign. E.L.F. Cosmetics? Yeah, the same E.L.F. Cosmetics that campaigned on more diversity and women represented in boardrooms? Yeah. The same E.L.F. Cosmetics that is very publicly supporting women in sports? Yeah. The very same E.L.F. Cosmetics that is all about empowering women and protecting women's rights? Yeah. Partnered with Matt Rife, who very famously said he doesn't like women with big clits because it looks like God left the tag on them. Yep. The very same Matt Rife who has stated he doesn't pander to women and he makes his comedy for the bros. Yeah. The very same Matt Rife who opened his Netflix comedy special with a joke at the expense of domestic violence victims. Yeah. And this is how they're advertising it. Hey girl, are you a victim of overpriced beauty? If so, call our cold hard lash line? Yep, they made a victim's helpline advertised with the face of a man who made a joke about a woman getting punched in the face because she didn't cook well enough for her partner. Wow, what a complicated way for them to tell us they're not cruelty-free anymore.
Then came E.L.F.'s apology. They posted a statement basically saying, "We hear you." The campaign was meant to highlight beauty injustice, but clearly they missed the mark. Thing is, they didn't even take the ad down. And that's what people really wanted to see if the apology was genuine. Some creators started to speculate, was this all on purpose? Was the outrage part of the strategy? Just to get people talking about the brand again? It's not the first time this has happened. People pointed at American Eagle's campaign with Sydney Sweeney too, wondering if that was another engineered controversy. Either way, this whole situation exposed something deeper. You just can't trust brands to stand by their values. When profits dip, some of them ditch the morals and go full chaos for clicks. And while it might grab attention, it also leaves a bad taste. But now I want to know, what do you think? Was this a marketing misfire or a PR stunt gone right? Sound off in the comments. I love you guys. That's when people started connecting the dots. Was this controversy actually intentional? Was the plan always to stir the pot? To go viral by triggering outrage? Think about it. It worked for American Eagle when they cast Sydney Sweeney. And now here we are again. People are realizing that brands like this will say anything to get your trust, but when it comes down to it, they'll flip the script the moment clicks and conversions are on the line. Matt wasn't hired for his talent. He was hired to create shock and noise. And it worked. But it came at a cost. Because now E.L.F. is facing a wave of lost trust, abandoned carts, and customers saying, enough is enough.
You know us, we're always listening, and we've heard you. This campaign aimed to humorously spotlight beauty injustice. We understand we missed the mark with people we care about in our e.l.f. community. While Elfino and Schmartz closes today, we'll continue to make the case against overpriced beauty. People also noted that e.l.f. recently raised their prices, so the fact that they were saying this—
Everyone's talking about e.l.f. right now, and I think that's exactly what they wanted you to do. I think this isn't a case of them not knowing any better. I think this is someone from their advertising department that was like kind of a hack that didn't know what to do, and their numbers were low, and so they figured they would do what American Eagle was doing, and here we are. No way that they just picked this person to be in their ad. You don't pick someone who's that controversial at the moment for making jokes about DV with women and then put them as the face of your campaign. I just honestly, I hate to quote, but this guy is not exceptionally talented, shock value kind of crowd work artist, and that's not why they hired him. They hired him for shock and awe, and now they're getting it. But they've alienated a lot of their base doing this. I think the thing I'm most disappointed in is that these brands that were so performative during Pride and during 2020 are all backtracking and playing to who's in power now. And it just means like you can't trust brands. This is capitalism. This is what happens when you want to make a quick buck because you need numbers to go up. These brands don't have any soul. They never really did.
So here's the real question. Was this just a clueless casting mistake or a PR grenade thrown on purpose like American Eagle? Was E.L.F. being careless or calculated? I want to know your take. Are you done with the brand? Do you think Matt deserved the backlash? Or is this just another internet overreaction? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading everything. And hey, if you're still here, you clearly care about the truth behind the beauty. So hit that like, tap subscribe, and don't miss what's coming next. Because this was just the surface. I'll see you in the next deep dive.